Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. What if Goku never stopped training? Now how would this make sense? Goku has always trained hard to break his limits. Well, what if things are a little bit different? Goku here has been defeated by plot multiple times, as there have been times where Goku could have actually trained harder, but he never did. During the Raditz saga, even during parts of the Cell saga, Goku could have stayed longer, and he could have abused other certain things in Dragon Ball to increase his strength. Even in early Dragon Ball, Goku wasn't insanely powerful, but for his young age he was. See, Goku needs to have a goal. That is what pushes Goku. Whether it's an opponent to surpass, or it's a goal to reach, Goku always reaches it, because he has a goal. But when he doesn't have a specific goal, he kind of falters behind. Goku during the early parts of Dragon Ball, especially when Grandpa Gohan was not around, Goku was surviving. He wasn't necessarily training. He was just surviving and living on his own. It's the same effect that Gohan had in the Future Trunks saga, as Gohan did do some training, but he was more or less surviving. He was trying to survive, fight, and just to live every single day. This means that he could not use his abusive potential. It's a similar concept for Vegeta as well. Vegeta should have been way more powerful considering how strong he got in a very short span of time, especially since he also did training. But before that, right before he came to Earth, Vegeta never had a true challenge. He didn't necessarily have a goal in mind. His goal was just to survive. That's why Saiyans never got insanely powerful, is because they were just surviving and fighting. True, they tried doing training, as Vegeta was shown doing that as a young boy, but once when you're grown up, it was eat or be eaten, it was survival, so they never could really use their full potential. But Goku was able to overcome the odds, and within a few weeks' time, from the Saiyan saga to the Frieza saga, he went from having a power level of 8,000 to 150 million. Which goes to show that when Goku has a goal and he's pushed, Goku can achieve incredible things. This version of Goku is also accepting of accepting power. This means that Goku hates being given power. He hates being given power, he wants to earn it on his own. Goku here is a little bit different. Goku wants to fight and grow stronger by any means necessary. He has the mindset and training mindset of Vegeta, to train hard and train till you're about to die. The difference here is Goku's actually very intelligent when it comes to training, so this is a deadly combo. With Vegeta's motivation on top of Goku's intelligence and training, Goku's going to get a lot more powerful here. Most of the events would transpire the exact same. With Son Goku being born, Bardock would still sacrifice himself and Planet Vegeta would still explode. Now the difference here is, when Grandpa Gohan will begin training Goku, Goku takes training to the extreme. He trains way more than Grandpa Gohan tells him to, which does increase his power, but Grandpa Gohan stops him and tells him to train smart, not hard. Goku decides to go somewhere in the middle, as once when Grandpa Gohan was sadly killed by Goku, Goku would then be living on his own for the next few years. Goku by this point would then continue training how Grandpa Gohan taught him every single day, all day. Goku would of course still eat and hunt on his own, but he wasn't goofing off, as Goku here is also able to explore more. He doesn't just stay on Mount Paozu. Goku wants to fight and he wants to grow his power. Goku here would fight bandits and other monsters and creatures, only increasing his power even more as Son Goku gets hurt a lot and battled injured a lot. Now of course, he can abuse the Zenkai. Once when he met Bulma, Goku by this point had a power level of the original, he had a power level of 10. But now that Goku has been training, pushing himself and getting nearly killed, Goku would have a power level of around 40 to 50, making Goku 5 times stronger than he originally was. This time around when Bulma still shoots him, it would still hurt him, Goku would still destroy her car, they would still meet up, and then they would then take their leave. They would still battle Oolong, the Terror, and this is when they would also meet Yamcha and Puar on the way. Goku here would have easily defeated Yamcha, unlike before where Goku got mildly defeated. Yamcha has no chance. Even before Bulma could raise him up, Goku would have easily defeated Yamcha. Now this is also when we are going to cut into them meeting Master Roshi. They would have still met the turtle the same as before. Now they would have helped the turtle out by of course giving them seawater. Master Roshi would have still given them the Dragon Ball the same as before. So not too much would have actually changed. But now of course this is when on September 9th, this is when during the training Master Roshi and Yamcha of course would then follow them secretly. Master Roshi would then use the Kamehameha wave to put out the flames on the Frying Pan Mountain, though he does destroy the mountain alongside the castle as well, but they would find the 7-star Dragon Ball. But now, this is also when Goku would then fight the Boss Rabbit and he would easily defeat them the same as before. Now Mai and Shu would not be able to steal the Dragon Ball from Goku. Now we know that Goku was preoccupied, but Goku's different. He's always awake training. So this also means that they would not be able to summon the dragon until they do. As remember, Oolong originally wished for underwear, but this time around, Goku gets to have the wish as he tells Bulma it's his wish. Bulma would understand as he did defend it. She doesn't really care about the boyfriend since Bulma's starting to look like Yamcha a little bit. What would Goku actually wish for? Goku has a lot of options that he could pick. He could wish for his grandpa Gohan back. He could also wish to become stronger. He can also wish to grow more. He doesn't really know. Or he could also wish for an unimaginable amount of food. But Goku likes to be given power. This version of Goku will ask Shenron if Shenron can basically help him out and make him stronger. Shenron does not unlock Goku's potential. This is a different wish. He unlocks their latent potential. This is just giving Goku power. Goku would feel much stronger. As Goku by this point, remember he already had a power level of 50 to plus, on top of the fact that he's fought a little bit. The only being who would be able to defeat him really is Master Roshi and some other beings. Goku by this point being given power by the dragon would have a power level of around 200, which does not seem like a massive boost, but you have to understand that that is a ginormous jump, especially in the Dragon Ball world. Goku by this point is already stronger than Master Roshi at this point, as most of the events would have happened the same, as Krillin and Goku will become Master Roshi's students. Since Goku's much more stronger, he can also train more. Krillin would not be his equal, as Krillin would still get stronger but not be able to keep up with Goku. Master Roshi knows that the only way to train this version of Goku is to fight with him as well, which would also keep Master Roshi stronger. So they would do a lot more sparring and a lot more training together, and more heavier turtle shells, making Goku stronger. But now, under the 7 months of training, this is when Bulma would then return to school, the same as before, but of course now, skipping more months, they would then increase the weight of the shells on their back. As they're still training during Master Roshi, Goku would use a way heavier shell than way before. But now, in age 750, this is when the Red Ribbon Army would begin searching for the Dragon Balls. Now by this point, a few months later, Krillin, Goku, Master Roshi would then go to participate in the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. Now Master Roshi would still go under his alias Jackie Chung, but this time he would not be able to defeat Goku. As Goku, remember, is training much harder than he did before, on top of the fact that he's sparring Master Roshi, which Goku would still get hurt and get Zenkais from it. Goku by this point has a power level of around 300. Master Roshi is actually stronger as well, fighting someone as powerful as Goku. He would have a power level of around 220 to 230 from 180. Master Roshi can also use more of his body without getting completely tired out, as remember, he stopped training for a long time. Now this is when there was that massive race between the Red Ribbon Army and Goku fighting over the Dragon Balls to basically figure out and take it down. So now because of this, this is also when Goku would have easily defeated the Red Ribbon Army, destroying all of them. As by this point, we could argue that Dr. Gero was killed, but for what if purposes, he still survives, as Goku easily defeated General Blue, easily defeating them. But now by this point, Mercenary Tao would then show himself, and he would then fight Goku. Goku would actually defeat Mercenary Tao, and he would also save Appa's dad. So Goku would still climb up to Korn's tower the same as before. And Goku would then begin to train very intensely under Korin's tower to drink the sacred water from Korin. Now, after 3+ days, Goku was able to attain the sacred water, and then this is when Mercenary Tao would then return to continue fighting. Goku would easily defeated him, and pretty much Goku would single-handedly destroy the entire Red Ribbon Army. Now, this is also during the time when Goku would also train, and he would also do the Fortune Teller Baba's Battle Arena. Goku would have easily defeated everybody, even Grandpa Gohan seeing his father. Now, cutting forward, Goku would then continue his training. Goku would continue to grow stronger and stronger and stronger. He would then meet Tien Shinhan for the first time. And now this also means that when he fights, Goku would actually easily be able to defeat Goku. As this was in the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, Tien Shinhan originally won. But sadly, this does not happen. Goku at this point has only grown stronger from the Ultra Divine Water, and has only grown stronger from training. Goku had a power level 300. With the Ultra Divine Water, you can say his power level is reaching up to even 400, as the Ultra Divine Water increases his strength immensely. This is when Krillin was still killed by Tambourine, and King Piccolo would still show himself. But now Goku would then meet Yajirobe soon after he meets Tangerine, as then of course Tambourine would then attack, as Yajirobe alongside with Goku was easily able to defeat them. But now in this time around, with Demon King Piccolo, when they first met, he was able to defeat Goku. And he was able to use a Dragon Balls to restore his youth. Now because of this, Goku around this time would be able to easily defeat Demon King Piccolo. As he's older, and Goku, even if he did wish for his youth, he would only have a power level of around 260, which is not enough to defeat Goku at all. Goku would have no trouble in defeating him. Piccolo would still give birth to Piccolo Jr. the same as before. Goku would then climb up, reaching the lookout, and he would train there for the next 3 years with Mr. Popo and Kami. But now, as we also know, that Kami would still remove his tail, so Goku can never become a Nuzaru again, since Goku still has zero control over it. So, after this, training under Korin, they would all then split up and train on their own, because then this is the 23rd World Tournament. Now, this also means that during this time, the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament would then take place. Goku was now a full-grown adult. Well, how powerful did Goku get? Well, this time around, Goku only stayed about a month inside the Room of Spirit and Time. But this time, Goku spent a few years inside the Room of Spirit and Time, especially since he's now a full-grown adult. But we'll get to that in a little bit. As Goku would still meet Chi-Chi, and he would still get engaged as he did promise her, Goku didn't even know what wedding was. But now, this also means that when Goku fights Piccolo Jr., the fight would go very differently. Piccolo Jr. would be a similar strength. Goku would have easily defeated him very quickly, but not killed him, as he knows that if Piccolo dies, then Kami dies as well. And that cannot happen. Because of this, Goku would then get married to Chi-Chi. Now, how powerful was Goku during the Piccolo Jr. fight? We know that Piccolo Jr. had a power level of around 330 to 400, but we do know that Goku, considering the fact that he trained for 3 years in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, meaning he trained for more, this means that Goku easily has a power level of around over 1,000. After 5 years, Goku did not train very intensely. As Piccolo even commented on that when they fought Raditz, that Goku didn't really do any special training. He kept himself in shape, but he was more relaxed and enjoying life as he was the world's strongest. Raditz would still make himself known, and Gohan was still born like the original. Goku would continue training, much to Chi-Chi's anger that Goku was taking training so much that he was gone all day. Goku would still take Gohan over to meet his friends, Raditz would have still landed, and Raditz would still made himself known. The difference here is when Raditz attacks Krillin, Goku would then jump in front of Raditz and then shove Raditz out of the way. This means that Raditz never took Gohan back to the Saiyan Space Pod, and the fight will begin. Goku was far stronger than Raditz. As Goku would begin to power up, Raditz would then tap his scouter and be in shock. As his scouter continues to rise, he thought that his brother's power level was only at 400 to 500, but it kept on rising and rising. Raditz was in utter shock as Goku's power level went up to 6,000, which shocked him completely, as Goku easily overpowered Raditz. Now, Goku offered Raditz to get out of here and never return. Raditz is a bit of a coward, and he would easily take this offer. During this time, Raditz would then state, "Go, just you wait. When other Saiyans will come here, we'll destroy you." And Raditz would then leave in a space pod, and Goku would allow him to go. By this time, Vegeta would have already known what happened, and he heard Raditz during a power level of 6,000. That could be worth their time to go check that planet out, as Raditz by this point would have met up with Vegeta and Nappa, and they would have beaten Raditz almost to death, making fun of him, stating how much of a weakling he was. They'll decide to go to Earth. If Raditz wants to tag along to watch the chaos, he can, but don't get in their way. Raditz would have no choice, as he would then agree, and then they would leave, heading towards Earth. Now, what about King Kai? Well, from what we know, Kami does know of King Kai. Goku, by this point, they don't know about the fact that there is 2 more Saiyans, but he knows that Raditz warned them that he's going to come back with someone stronger. Goku will be a fool if he doesn't think that that's a joke. Remember that they don't have scouters, so they don't know when they're going to be showing up. It could be a few days, it could be a year, it could be 10 years, but Goku wants to be prepared. Goku would then go to Kami and ask to use the hyperbolic time chamber, but then Kami would state that Mr. Popo was doing fixes on the door, and to restock supplies since he used it for so many years. Goku would then state, well, I need some way to grow more powerful. They could be showing up within a few days, to months, to maybe a year. Kami would then ask to give him 1 second, and he would then talk to somebody. Goku was wondering why he's talking to the air, as Kami would state that these beings will be here in roughly 1 year's time, and this same being will offer to train you. I can take you to the entrance of Snake Way, but I cannot get you there, as it's very far. Goku would then agree, as then they would then take him to Snake Way, as King Yemma was furious why a living being was here, but he lets it go as he sees that Goku's a pure heart. This time around, Goku can actually fly, as remember, he spent extra years inside the hyperbolic time chamber. Instead of Goku being roughly 23, as it's been about 5 years, Goku's around 26. So Goku's about 3 years older. So Goku would have already known how to fly. Goku would have been able to get to King Kai's much quicker, as he didn't run, nor did he fall off like the original. It can potentially take Goku maybe a month or so of still traveling to get over to King Kai's. This means that he has pretty much 10 months of training, so it'll take a month or less to get back in his mind. He would then meet up with King Kai, and he would then fall to the ground. The weight was tremendous on Goku, but Goku would struggle, but he would be able to get back up, as he feels like he's filled with cement. He would then see bubbles, as he thinks that that's actually King Kai, and would do some goofy dances until King Kai would then appear and show himself. Goku would then waddle over to King Kai, and King Kai was amazed by how powerful Goku actually was, as he can sense his energy. And Goku was still struggling to walk, but he was able to get more used to it much quicker than his original self, since he's so much stronger. Goku would then make a silly joke, making fun about "I'll see you next fall," which would then make King Kai bust out into laughter, which then King Kai would then agree to train Goku, to learn Kaioken and even the Spirit Bomb. Goku would very quickly adapt, as King Kai was shocked by the drive and the motivation that Goku has. He's never seen this before, but also the fact that he's training smart, which King Kai would give his knowledge to Goku. During this time, Goku would learn to master Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb much faster than his original self, catching Bubbles and Gregory way quicker. Goku would then ask King Kai that, "I've mastered all that you taught me, but I still have a few months left. Is there anybody else that I can learn under, so when these Saiyans show up, I know I can defeat them?" King Kai would then think long and hard for a little bit of a second, as he does have a few people, but they're a bit snobby. He states that he's from the north side, as you guys have to remember that there's different sides of the universe that the Kais do reside from. So because of this, King Kai would then ponder, thinking really hard about it. King Kai is the ruler of the north area of the universe. He does know that there is a south, east, and west. He doesn't really like most of them, but he decides why not. So because of this, he would then tell Goku of the other Kais, and maybe he can go over there and learn from them. Or if he also wants to, he can go train for the next few months in the other world, which King Kai can teleport him there. Though it's not really allowed, but the fact that, it's okay, as Goku's allowed. Goku would be able to train with a lot of dead beings who have passed on, maybe learn something from them, which Goku would actually agree to that instead. Goku would then go to the other world and fight other beings, such as Paikon, and more. And he even meet people from Yardrat, and many other species who have dozens of new techniques and skills that Goku wants to learn. And not to mention as well, these beings are immensely powerful. These beings who are attacking Goku and injuring him, Goku can also train with heavy weights like he did before, as from what we saw in the Buu Saga, when Goku was finally prepared, King Kai would actually bring him closer to King Yemma. But this time, Goku would not need King Kai's help. Goku would use instant transmission. And then Goku would then transport right to Earth as soon as Nappa and Vegeta arrive. And that is it for this What If you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below. And let me know, what do you think is going to happen next from what has transpired so far? I really appreciate all the support. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.